camper today, Coach. Gonna do some things. Brought some more stuff up. We need to get in here. I'm gonna take the batteries out, run them over. I'm gonna get some Interstate batteries. I've always had good luck with them. I have it in my fifth wheel, and put them in an 09, and it seems to be working pretty good. There's only one in it, but got a price. It's a high amp battery. Gonna work on the steps today. Work on the generator, get that starter off of it, and the batteries, and put some of this stuff away. You know, everybody has a name for their coach, or their camper, their RV, their van, whatever. And on the way down to Florida and back, me and the wife was talking, and was trying to think of a name that meant something to us, anyways. All I've ever done is truck. In '97, my wife's mother was breeding schnauzers, and this was the very first litter she ever had. And the very first one that was born out of her very first litter, I got. Male, female, whatever it was. Well, it ended up being a male, all black, beautiful dog. At 6 weeks, I threw him in the truck. And he stayed there till he was 14 years old. He was a truck dog. He loved you, said, let's go trucking. Out the door he went, and he stood at the truck waiting to get in it. Been in all 48 states with me. Great companion, great dog. But everybody laughed when I named him because he was a trucking dog. And if you remember Smokey and the Bandit with Jerry Reed, his basset hound was Fred. Well, that's why I named him. And everybody's like, that's a horrible name, but everybody liked it, Fred. A lot of places I would go that I'd go in regular. I hauled a reefer, so I was in and out of food warehouses a lot. The guards got to know him, and they always hollered, "Where's Fred at?" Because Fred would go to the door and want to eat their face off. He was aggressive in the truck. Outside the truck he wasn't, but that truck was his. So this coach has a diesel engine, and it's located in the front. And it is called front engine diesel, which is Fred. That's what they call them, Freds. So we thought it'd be fitting. The dog that meant a lot to me, not as much as this guy, but the dog that meant a lot to me, Fred, and then we buy this, and the nickname they call it because of where the motor is, they call it Fred. So it was fitting. So you'll hear me refer to it. Don't fall, buddy. You'll hear it. I'll refer to it now as Fred instead of the coach or the RV or the rig or whatever. It'll just be Fred, and it's very fitting. The only thing I guess it'd be more fitting is if it was black and had a German in it. But there you go. There's a story on Fred. Miss him. He lived to be 14 years old. And like I said, he was probably one of the best dogs that ever you could have put in a truck. Schnauzers, they don't shed. You could leave. You could get like a pack of donuts or breakfast bars or something and leave them in the floor under, by the seat, and he'd never mess with nothing. But it's definitely his truck. He wouldn't let nobody in it. He'd get up on that door, buddy, and stand his ground. Never had to worry about anything with him. But of course, this is Willie. Some of you seen him in our videos. He's 4 years old this month. Long-haired Chihuahua. And as far as a house dog, he's probably the best dog we've ever had. He's not a yipper. He's never made a mess in the house. I retired in April of 2012, and we got him July of 2012. So it's just been me and him, and we've got quite a bit to bond to go on. So he's my buddy. And Willie is named, I ride a Harley, and anybody knows anything about Harleys, Willie G. Willie G is one of the last of the bloodlines from the Harley and the Davidson. There's two of them. So it's Willie G. Davidson, and his name is Willie G. Not the Davidson part, just Willie G. And a lot of people make fun, oh, you named him after Willie Nelson, and yeah, sure. Better than explaining sometimes, but you'll see Willie a lot. But there you have it. We're going to get busy and get these batteries jerked out and run over to Interstate. And I think I called it was, they had them from 109 to 159 with trade-in and tax. And the 159 was like a 170 amp hour battery. It was a high amp hour battery. So I think we're going to go with that one. There's only two of them, so I'll get these jerked out. I'll film a little bit of it. It's really windy. Good Lord, every day we get, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's 60 degrees and 40 mile an hour winds. I mean, it's typical spring, I guess, but a little spoiled after being in the South Florida for 6 or 7 days. Maybe next year. Old Fred and me will be down there, along with Willie. There you have it. Let me get busy, and I'll film a little bit of it. I ain't gonna bore you to death with me jerking batteries out. I'm sure anybody can do that. We get into the step and the generator. My son's gonna come up. He's one of the twins, and both of them are skinny as rails, but they fit in very tight spots. And they are both very mechanical, very good with wiring. The one's a jet mechanic, messes with the jet from front to back, top to bottom. Engines, the wiring, whatever. So I'll get him on that step. He'll get her figured out. So there you go. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Got the front open here. Of course, I'm 6'3" and it's built for a midget, obviously. These are the motor batteries right here, and then the two 6-volt house batteries right here. Of course, the radiator and the diesel engine's on back, but there's a lot of room in this. But these are the two batteries you gotta get out. No biggie, just gotta move all the wiring and remember where all this stuff goes. So I will get busy and see what happens here. Alright, we got new coach batteries in there. I got it running, let it charge up. Ran over the first ones we grabbed, they was too tall, by about an 1/8 inch, that was it. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get Willie. Nope. No, I'm gonna get him. Alright, my batteries aren't charged that I put in. They said they was charged and they're not, so I started to coach. Go ahead and shut the door. Open it. And all we did was take it off, put it back on, and disconnect it. I have no idea. We're gonna put it back together and see if we can get it to work. So this is the batteries now. They're not fully charged. Get everything figured out. That's my disconnect. So now, ta-da! Steps work. It's a good day. Gotta do the generator yet. Like your work. We gotta do the generator. Since it's propane, it won't slide out. It's supposed to be on a slider. If it's gas or diesel, well, for some reason for propane, they won't let it do it. So there's like 4 6-volt bolts.
4 bolts holding it in.
4 bolts, but it's a 6500. It's pretty heavy. So, of course, the starter's not in an easy spot. You think they design it towards in the front, I guess. But Willie chilling in the nice Ohio weather. So that's it for today. Good job, young man.
Peace.
So we decided to go ahead and get on the generator. There's only 4 bolts holding it. Propane line, undo the muffler, and she should slide out. We'll see. Well, we pulled the generator out. We got the starter off. A little chewed up. I wanted almost $400 to change this starter at an RV place, a little RV place here in town. They pulled that generator out in 30 minutes, had this off, ordered it on Amazon for $38, and we'll put it back in another 30 minutes. They wanted $400. Wow. Yeah, she chewed up.